Hi, my name is Bob Hill, and I'm the president of the Church of Scientology Mission of Riverdale at 308 Broadview Avenue in Toronto. This is our 12th Sunday service during the coronavirus restrictions. We are preparing to open our churches, but in the meantime, we will continue to bring you Sunday service on the internet. The topic of today's sermon is how to choose your friends. Scientology is a practical religion. It teaches a person how to know. That's what the word Scientology means, knowing how to know. It is vital to your survival to know and not harm people of goodwill. The expression people of goodwill means those who mean well towards others and work to help them. People show attitudes by their actions, and you have to be alert to whether someone is trying to help you or not. If you just listen to opinions from others, you may receive false information and want to hate and harm someone who may be a person of goodwill. In chapter 11 of the book, The Way to Happiness, the founder of Scientology, Ron Hubbard, says, "Do not harm a person of goodwill." Despite the insistence of evil men that all men are evil, there are many good men around and women too. You may have been fortunate enough to know someone. Maybe in your life you saw a nurse, a bus driver, a teacher, even a policeman or a woman actually help you or someone you knew. Now, an example I can give you of a person of goodwill, I know a person right now, and this person, if you looked at him, you think, well, that guy's rugged and he's rough, but he constantly is helping, for example, to make sure that we have this thing here where you can do these Sunday services. The person is always trying to help out the church here in Riverdale and goes out of their way to make sure others are happy. In their life as well, they're always trying to help their employees at their company, making sure they have good jobs, they're stable, and they're making an income. And he helps other organizations as well. He's one of the nicest people I know, and to have him as a friend is actually a benefit to my survival. So that's a specific example of a person I know. Now, factually, the society runs on men and women of goodwill. Public workers, opinion leaders, those in the private sectors who do their jobs are, in the great majority, people of goodwill. If they weren't, they long since would have ceased to serve. Such people are easy to attack. Their very decency prevents them from overprotecting themselves. Yet the survival of most of the individuals in society depends upon them. In today's world, you have to be alert for propaganda spread by propagandists. A propagandist is someone who spreads ideas, information, or rumor to further their own cause or injure that of another, often without regard to the truth. A propagandist is a person or group that creates propaganda. That was used a lot during World War II by the powers of one country to justify the invasion of other countries. They would print and broadcast complete lies to get support from their public so they could invade and kill the target of their propaganda. The violent criminal, the propagandist, the sensation-seeking media all tend to distract one's attention from solid, everyday facts that the society would not run at all were it not for the individuals of goodwill. As they guard the streets, counsel the children, take the temperatures, put out the fires, and speak good sense in quiet voices, one is apt to overlook the fact that people of goodwill are the ones that keep the world going and men, meaning men and women, alive upon this earth. Yet such people of goodwill can be attacked, and strong measures should be advocated, spoken or written in support of, and taken to defend them and keep them from harm. For your own survival and that of your family and friends depends upon it. Each of you, hearing and seeing what you see in today's world, have to make individual choices about who you consider to be your friend. Who will you go to if you need help and guidance? In Canada, we have many freedoms, and you're free to choose your friends and decide for yourself, okay? Good. Now I'm going to read to you the Creed of the Church of Scientology. The Creed is very important when it comes to protecting men and women of goodwill. We of the Church believe that all men of whatever race, color, or creed were created with equal rights. That all men have inalienable rights to their own religious practices and their performance. That all men have inalienable rights to their own lives. That all men have inalienable rights to their sanity. That all men have inalienable rights to their own defense. That all men have inalienable rights to conceive, choose, assist, or support their own organizations, churches, and governments. That all men have inalienable rights to think freely, to talk freely, to write freely their own opinions, and to counter or utter or write upon the opinions of others. That all men have inalienable rights to the creation of their own kind. That the souls of men have the rights of men. That the study of the mind and the healing of mentally caused ills should not be alienated from religion or condoned in non-religious fields, and that no agency less than God has the power to suspend or set aside these rights overtly or covertly. And we of the Church believe that man is basically good, that he is seeking to survive, that his survival depends upon himself and upon his fellows and his attainment of brotherhood with the universe. And we of the Church believe that the laws of God forbid man to destroy his own kind, to destroy the sanity of another, to destroy or enslave another's soul, to destroy or reduce the survival of one's companions or one's group. And we of the Church believe that the spirit can be saved and that the spirit alone may save or heal the body. You got it? Good. Now, I'm sure you want to survive and you want to live in a safe, peaceful country. That goes without saying. So, how do you choose your friends? You can start by judging people around you by their actions, not by propaganda and opinions. Let's say you look over the people you deal with and you decide this is a person of goodwill. If someone attacks them, you can speak up and support that person. How do you still speak up against inequality and the abuse of human rights? How can you appreciate those that help you? You can write to your government leaders when you see an injustice towards anyone. You can choose friends that want you to do well as shown by their actions. The way to happiness is far more easily followed when one supports people of goodwill. Okay? Great. Now I'll read to you the prayer for total freedom. May the author of the universe enable all men to reach an understanding of their spiritual nature, and may awareness and understanding of life expand so that all may come to know the author of the universe, and may others also reach this understanding, which brings total freedom. At this time, we think of those whose liberty is threatened, of those who have suffered imprisonment for their beliefs, of those who are enslaved or martyred, and for all those who are brutalized, trapped, or attacked. We pray that human rights will be preserved so that all people may believe and worship freely, so that freedom will once again be seen in our land. Freedom from war and poverty and want. Freedom to be, freedom to do, and freedom to have. Freedom to use and understand man's potential, a potential that is God-given and God-like, and freedom to achieve that understanding and awareness that is total freedom. May God let it be so. Now, if you have questions or you would like someone to talk to you, you can reach us at 416-792-1889 or email us. And we also have copies of The Way to Happiness and free booklets on how to stay well available online. Join us next Sunday for more ways to help you improve your lives. Thank you.